Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nebraska City High School in celebration of the class of 2025. It is customary upon the entrance of the class that we rise and pay our respects to those individuals. Please note in your program you will remain standing and we will play the national anthem directly after. Miss Jones, you may proceed.
My name is Lexi Harper, and I am honored to be standing here before you today as a senior class officer representative. Today is a day of reflection as we honor the incredible achievements of this year's graduates. We are so happy to have family, friends, staff, and guests here with us to celebrate today. Your support and encouragement helped make this journey possible. As we look back on the hard work and dedication it took to reach this milestone, we also look forward to the bright futures ahead. Thank you for being with us today. There's a phrase that my mother always says to me that carries so much weight. It's not just words, it's a promise, an affirmation of potential, and a statement of trust. It's a small reminder that we don't have to go through life alone. We all face failures and obstacles that have made us question whether we were strong enough to make it to this very moment. But here we are, proof that we have what it takes to succeed. And while we've done the hard work, persevered through the late nights, and pushed ourselves beyond what we thought was possible, it's often the belief of others, our coaches, family, friends, and teachers that give us the strength to keep going. So I stand before you today to say, I believe in you. When someone believes in you, even when you can't see it in yourself, that belief becomes significantly more powerful. Whether you're stepping into your career, continuing your studies, or taking time to explore a new path to find your true calling, know this, you are capable of greatness. You are so much more than the price tag on your clothes, the amount of money in your wallet, the number of friends in your circle, your grades, sports stats, etc. The world may not always be kind, and life will throw challenges your way. But remember, you have a lifeline of people, those who are here today, to believe in you. No matter where life takes you, know that there's always going to be someone, somewhere who believes in you. I also want to extend my gratitude to my parents for always believing in me, pushing me to be the best version of myself, and showing me the importance of showing up for the people you care about. Everything I've ever done to lead up to this day means nothing without you and your ability to believe in you. Congratulations, class of 2025. The best is yet to come.
Well done, Ms. Harker. A couple of housekeeping items before we officially get started. Can we get a round of applause for those who have volunteered to be here on Sunday? Thank you, Ms. Jones. Okay, one other thing we have to take care of. Graduates, if you just do me a favor, just take a look around, make sure you can see where your family is sitting, go ahead and stand up if you have to, but make sure you can see where they are. Turn around, make sure you know. Okay, you see them, thank you. Okay, parents, can you see your graduates? Can you see where they are right now? Okay, can you see your graduates as you drop them off the first day of kindergarten with a backpack that's way too big, a nervous smile, and a quick wave? Can you see your graduates in third grade as they bust through that door so excited to give you that Christmas ornament full of glue and glitter that probably hung on your Christmas tree this year? Can you see your graduates in middle school as they got that A on that test and they're finally figuring it out? Can you see your graduates making their way through high school, driving their car out of your driveway for the first time? Can you see them? Graduates, can you see your families? Can you see your parents right now as they are sitting in these bleachers cheering for you on this court or out on that field? Can you see your families as mom is baking cupcakes at 10 p.m. at night because you forgot to tell her you needed them tomorrow? Can you see your parents sitting in that pickup line, doing your laundry? Can you see your parents when you really needed that hug, or when you really needed that money? I ask you these things because it will become so important in your life as you continue to see these. That you see the love and the support. You see what you look for. That's more than just a nice quote, it is the truth. What we focus on grows, what we give our attention to shapes our lives. Today's the perfect day to pause and look closely at who's around you, what you've achieved, and at who you've become happen, because the truth is, these little moments, along with thousands others, have added up to this big one. That you've worked hard, you've shown up, you've overcome challenges that no one knows about. And you sit here not just as students, but as graduates, as young adults, as people with both the potential and the power to shape your lives. Now look, I've tried to give you advice by the way that I act, by the way that I treat others, walk the hallways, or by the way that I yell at you. Here are a few items in case you've missed them. Item number 1, kindness is important, but this may be harder than it sounds, because it's not dependent on how that individual is treating you. It should be dependent completely on your character. They're being mean, be kind. The way you treat people, no matter how they are treating you, defines who you are. Your character cannot be determined by how other people act. Have a strong character. The second is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. You will fail. Let me break it to you. You're going to mess up. You are going to make choices that you wish that you hadn't. That doesn't make you a failure, that makes you human. What matters is that you keep moving forward every time. You keep learning. Failure is a good thing. It means that you're growing. Third here, and this is probably the hardest one, don't wait to feel ready. You'll never fully be ready to take on the next big thing. Courage doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from moving forward even when you're unsure. That's how you get things done. And finally, remember where you came from. You see what you look for. The people who supported you, who challenged you, the people who loved you enough to tell you no when it mattered most. Don't forget those roots, because they've helped you grow. You are pioneers. Graduates, the world is wide open in front of you. Some of you will go to college, some into the military, some straight into the workforce. Whatever path you take, walk it with purpose. Walk it with integrity. Own who you are. Because you are already enough, but yet becoming so much more. So take a look around one more time. Look at the love in this moment. Look for the best in each other. Look for the hope this next chapter brings. Lock it in. And let's give our families one more memory as pioneers that they can look back on. Here we go. Here it is. Over the past 4 years, I couldn't be prouder. I'm excited to see the path you create for yourselves. And trust me, I will be looking for you. Mr. Atkins.
Thank you to all the friends and family that are here today for the start of our new lives. As a gratitude for being with us on Mother's Day, I would like to dedicate my speech to the mothers of our pioneer family. Motherhood is the epitome of love. To love unconditionally means to void any expectations or conditions and to accept a person for who they are. Even when we eat all the food in the house or drag mud in through the door, a mother's love is something that is never taken from us. This selfless love is something that we take for granted. Flaws, mistakes, and unmet expectations are inevitable aspects of all of our lives. For many of us, the journey over the past few years has been filled with stressing out over all streets tests or worrying about our performance in our extracurricular activities. But as we look back and reflect upon these challenging times in our lives, I hope that all of us will be able to remember the warmth of our mother's love pulling us through. Motherhood is also filled with sacrifices. Raising a child often comes at the expense of the mind, body, and the soul. To all the mothers who have given up countless nights of sleep to care for us when we were sick, hours of personal freedom to attend our school events, and hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on us to keep us happy, we thank you for all that you have given us. A mother's sacrifice is something that many of us cannot understand. Raising a child costs more than just money. Raising a child, for many of the mothers in the audience today, meant giving up more than just their name, more than just their time, and more than just their attention. For many mothers, raising a child was a sacrifice of being. The guidance from our mothers is the most valuable thing that can be given to us. From the moment we were born until our last moments here, our mother's guidance is something felt by all of us. It is where many of the most fundamental aspects about us as individuals are formed. For who we are as people, we owe to our mothers. Mom, you gave me your heart so that I could find you in every corner of the world. I see your joy within the morning bird songs, feel your strength in the trees that stand over me, and find your kindness in the faces of all those that I meet. My mother's love is something that I will never escape from, but it is not something that I want to ever lose. I would like to extend a thank you to all of the mothers that are here with us today in support of the next chapter of our lives. On behalf of the graduating class of 2025, happy Mother's Day, and thank you for being here.
I invite the senior singers up.
Hello everyone, my name is Dylan Huber. I know many of you personally, and others not so well. Some of you may know me as a friend, a teammate, or as that guy who decided to grow his hair out a few years ago. But most of you probably know me as that one smart person in our graduating class. To be honest, I've been thinking about this speech since sophomore year. I knew I'd eventually get the opportunity to give it. I might seem conceited, but my academic identity is a big part of who I am. While I may be standing here because of my GPA, many of you have achieved feats just as impressive, if not more. Having the highest GPA is rare and rewarding, but it's far from the only measure of success. There are many areas where I fall short, and many of you have excelled. Graduation is not just to recognize about those on stage. It's about celebrating the accomplishments of all of our classmates. I'd like to recognize a few individuals who stand out in different ways. Evan Atkins has maintained a strong 4.0 GPA throughout high school, and Brady Durant has achieved an astounding 32 on the ACT. These are no small accomplishments. In athletics, Brady Earl has played 3 sports all 4 years: football, basketball, and track, earning many honors along the way. Taryn Gotzi, Jaden Adams, and Alex Martinez have also competed in 3 separate sports for all 4 years of their high school career. Keller Adams was currently ranked 24th in the nation for states as their soccer team's goalkeeper at the time of writing this. Some seniors don't fit neatly into the categories of athletics or academics, but that doesn't make their accomplishments any less meaningful. Jacob Ramage, midterm, so he can continue building his landscaping business. Once he sets eyes on that goal, he never looks back. Natalie Nelson is a state officer and president of SCCLA, and was selected as a state champion for nutritional values team through SCCLA, qualifying for nationals. And finally, there's our student council president, FFA president, and star softball pitcher, Lexon Harker. Can we please give all these teams a round of applause for their achievements? If you weren't mentioned, that doesn't mean you haven't done something remarkable. These were simply the first names that came to mind. The truth is, I don't know everyone or their achievements well enough to celebrate each of you as you deserve. But even if I don't know you personally, I'm sure there's something unique and powerful about you. That's why you have the friends you do. People who saw something special in you that always can't be put into words. Maybe it's your charisma, your sense of humor, your honesty, or the way you carry yourself. These are things strangers might overlook, or your friends didn't. In a world full of unique individuals, they should you. We may have made it here through our own persistence and efforts, but there are many people who helped guide us along the way. On behalf of the soccer team, I'd like to thank Mr. Glassford and Ms. Nutter for giving up their time to coach every single day. Even during the tough times, you kept a positive attitude and pushed us to become better players and better people. I also want to thank my teammates, especially the seniors, who showed incredible leadership throughout the years. To the teachers who had an impact on me. Thank you, Mrs. Brown, for helping me write this speech and for improving my grammar.